Hey guys, today we're going to be speaking about the crypto market. We have a much needed video today. I believe now is the time to make a video because I've got a lot to speak about. There's a lot happening with the market right now. There's been so much unbelievable amounts of fear in the market, and I just want to be speaking about basically my thoughts on what's happening at the moment, what we can do in the meantime, and the general sentiment. What do I think is going to happen in the short term? As you guys have probably been able to tell, overnight we did get screwed over again, which might not be overnight for some of you guys that are overseas, but in Australia at least, I woke up to an absolute bloodbath again. Before I went to bed, Bitcoin was on about 88,000 or so, 89,000. It was just hovering around there. Went to bed, have woken up to about 83,000, and we're having a little bounce back at the moment. Nothing major, but we are retesting this kind of support range within the 85,000. We are kind of losing it at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. So we're losing this level here. We did have prior support back here in November 24. We definitely want to hold this level, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be pretty if we lose this kind of 84, 85 region. We definitely have a bit of room to move back down to this 77,000 kind of mark here. That's our next support kind of level. Bitcoin at the moment did show weakness finally, right? I think the rest of the whole market just kind of took it with it. We did get partially saved by the Nvidia earnings report because AI is going absolutely crazy in the actual practical world. So that did help us, and I'm assuming there's going to be a rally with the S&P 500 soon, and all the stocks are going to follow, and crypto ultimately as well. Now, that's the plus side we've got at the moment. The other plus side we have at the moment is we're going to be taking a look into some altcoins very soon that I've found that have a lot of strength at the moment. And it's important to kind of let you guys know that I believe a lot of these alts have bottomed, right? If Bitcoin continues to fall, of course, we're going to see more altcoin downwards movement. But unless you guys couldn't tell, we just had Bitcoin completely fall off a cliff again, and a lot of these altcoins didn't budge this time because they've kind of gone, we're completely oversold at the moment, no one else really wants to sell. I think the strongest hands are pretty much left with the altcoins. Everyone kind of just left all these meme coins, AI coins, right? Everyone pretty much sold out. So I think we're in that region of being completely oversold. The next important thing I want to speak about is the crypto fear and greed index. You know, this is the new one CoinMarketCap has on their own website. We have reached 20 officially, which is the lowest we have ever been in basically years, right? So the lowest point again on this graph here, 9th of June, July-ish, that kind of region. But we are at 20 now. This is the most fearful the market's ever been, essentially. And the interesting thing about it is Bitcoin is not doing that bad. Ethereum's not doing that bad. Solana's not doing that bad. Yes, hence the recent price action with Solana. But if you look at it on a longer time scale, we're realistically here, guys, from the start of the bull market, right? We're doing extremely well on the macro scale, and a lot of institutions are extremely bullish, but it's just this sentiment with retail because a lot of people were invested in these high-risk meme and AI coins, and no one really knows what's happened to these coins that were in the past the top 100, right? Everything else just seemingly got melted. Let's talk about this fear and greed index. We definitely do not stay in these portions for very long. If the fear and greed index is 20, we can come to a reasonable conclusion that the bottom is in, right? It's not to say it can't go lower. We're not talking about that. However, the risk to reward ratio, it's a bet that you should be willing to take if you're interested in making money in crypto. We should start buying here realistically. Over the past couple of weeks, I haven't been really sure whether you guys should start investing or not, so I'm not just spieling a bunch of bullshit. But if you guys have projects out there that you're really confident in, you're going to want to start investing capital right now, because these are the times where you're going to be making that money that you're looking forward to making, because these are the lowest points of the altcoins. You buy in the fear, guys. You don't buy when the market's going up. I know it's so hard to overcome mentally, but you have to get past that hurdle if you truly want to make money in crypto. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin on this simple scale here on CoinGecko. We're up extremely massive, right? There's a lot of fear in the market. It's absolutely crazy to see the fear in the market where we are right now. To put that into perspective, guys, last run up, there was just so many more down phases in Bitcoin. There was so many more crashes on the way up. But obviously, all this institutional money has made it somewhat obsolete. Like, a lot of people just believe in Bitcoin now, just stacking, and think it's going to be something bigger in the future. So there's a lot of support holding it up. However, all these altcoins, even Ethereum, just tend to melt when the market's going down. But they have reached local bottoms, in my opinion, guys. And I think it's the time to start getting into those riskier plays and start allocating some money towards that. No, this is not financial advice. Of course, I have to say that like in every video. I just don't want to be the reason people invest. If you don't want to do this, absolutely do not invest in money. And most people are going to lose money in crypto. That's the true reality. However, this is just what I'm doing at the moment. I'm starting to get in these projects that I believe are showing relatively good strength. Let's talk about GigaChad. GigaChad is my favorite meme coin pick. Yes, there's been so much FUD on Solana lately. We know all the scams that have been going around. It's caused a lot of bearish momentum for Solana in general. However, I think if Solana is going to win, it's going to come back, which I believe. I think there's been so much manipulation on Solana lately, trying to get in early, get low prices, everything like that. It's clear that President Trump also supports Solana to some degree, right? That meme coin that came out on it ended up being a massive disaster, but nevertheless, I think the long-term prospects of Solana are still there. If you're a fan of the ecosystem, I highly recommend just hedging your bets in much more riskier plays such as GigaChad if you want to make a lot of money, that is, right? Understanding that there is a massive risk with this, please do understand that, but I think it's going to be the biggest meme coin on Solana. That's just my humble opinion. Next up is Ondo Finance, which I think is becoming to be a backable price again. It has finally gone through a correction during all this mess. Since December, we didn't really see any downwards price action, but over the last few weeks and everything like that, it's really taken a toll on Ondo. So I think it's at a backable price again. I think they're going to lead the way for real world assets, and I think a 3 billion market cap is quite low for where I think this whole industry can lead towards. And I think if it's the leading player in that, in a full-fledged bull market, bullish scenario, I think it can cross that 50, 75 billion dollar market cap region easily. You know, bringing real world assets on chain is going to be such a huge narrative and practical kind of thing in the crypto space. I'm looking absolutely forward towards that taking off. Next up is TauBot, which is a coin we've been speaking about a lot recently in recent videos. I believe this is one of the most bullish coins I've ever seen, right? As you can tell by this graph, it is holding up extremely well, even despite all the bearish sentiment and everything getting absolutely smashed. This essentially follows Tau really closely, but the interesting thing about TauBot is it doesn't go through those hefty corrections you'd expect in altcoins, right? Today it's gotten absolutely belted because it was kind of trying to break out last night, and then Bitcoin went boop and it followed suit. But yeah, we haven't seen a hefty correction in TauBot. It shows you that relative strength towards the market. I think this is an absolutely phenomenal pick. If we start rebounding from here, this could really surprise some people. I think it really is going to follow Potenza, and I think it just has so much potential, guys. Like, it really is one of those winners. I think it can crack over $1 billion in market cap in the bull market, which is a 40x from here. And I think it can do that with ease, guys. I think if Potenza reaches those 25, 30 billion valuations, so much money is going to influence a TauBot. And like I say every time, TauBot does have this warning by Go Plus, so they can manipulate the contract to some degree. I just personally feel like I can trust this for some reason, this project. Completely up to you, but yeah, I do want to exercise absolute caution when you're buying this, because it does have that warning here on CoinGecko, which always means something. I usually don't buy into projects with that warning because there's no real need, but I truly do believe in TauBot. Next up is Alien Base, which has seemingly fallen off a cliff only recently because it just couldn't sustain that price action from the market, and has finally bled. Before the market was going down, it was doing extremely well, and I think we will see a resurgence in Alien Base when the bullish momentum picks up again. I think we've truly bottomed on these coins. We're realistically approaching the bottom. Alien Base, in my opinion, is the best DEX for base blockchain. right? You're going to have liquidity providers on the system. You can create your own token on the website. And I just, in general, really love this project. So I think it's a great scoop up at these prices. And last but not least is Gem XBT, which is some AI technology which tends to drop crypto alpha, right? So if you go to the website, you guys can go check that out. You can basically try the tech on X or try on Telegram, and it pretty much tries to deliver you the most crypto alpha it can. A lot of people are using this. It's an extremely low market cap degen play, but I think it has some value there, and for something that's a tiny market cap, it could be something to look into, right? A lot of people are actually using this, so for its market cap, it is quite cool, right? Let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Let me change the chart here for a second to the 4 hourly. Same type of trend that we're kind of seeing in Bitcoin, right? Just nothing really happening for it, and we are approaching key levels with Ethereum also. So this point here where there's a bit of support at these points, 2300, we have seen a lot of support around this region. We definitely don't want to lose these regions on Bitcoin and Ethereum. We want to continue this upwards trend, because as you know about upwards trends, guys, or if you don't know and you're about to find out now, you want to make higher lows because you don't want to go below these points. It signifies that the kind of strength in the market has died out. There's probably less volume, and it's basically just following a trend. So one thing I learned in trading, as I was trading a lot last cycle, was that don't trade against trends, guys. If there is a bull market on, don't try and change the trend and trade against it for no reason. When there is an obvious narrative there, wait until the obvious breakout points are achieved, and you can make a lot more money that way. When you're trying to guess a lot of things, you're going to end up burning yourself a lot. So this trend at the moment, right, we're making lower lows, which isn't good. But we are reaching that support area, which has historically been massive, right, guys? I don't need to really explain it further, but all these points here that I just highlighted are realistically massive key areas of support in Ethereum, and we definitely need to bounce at this level here. I'm suspecting a bounce because everything has just been completely oversold. We're in like the most fear we've ever been in the market for the last few years, and something has to give, right? So going off those metrics, I do believe that we are about to see a pump sometime soon. And I think it's just the right time to make a video because I think there's just so much opportunity in the market right now. Find coins that look like TowerBot in the graph and, you know, look into why they've actually been showing so much strength during these periods of time. So with that being said, guys, TowerBot is in the top losers for today, which might be a great buy-in price. I'm just looking at it now. Banker coin, I don't mind this coin actually. I had that in my watch list, so you can see it here in the portfolio. Super bullish graph, guys. You're going to want to find coins that are showing this relative strength. It looks like it's about to explode. I mean, to have something showing this much strength when the market's been getting absolutely belted is so rare, guys. And I think this is a great coin. The idea of it, from what I remember, it's got a lot to do with easily transacting through the blockchain. You can tell an AI bot to do what you want it to do. So your friendly AI-powered crypto companion, buy, sell, swap, place limit orders, and manage your wallet effortlessly just by sending a message. So how useful is that? People that don't want to do all these things within crypto can just effortlessly type to an AI, tell it to do something, and it will execute that for you. Extremely interesting. It's on the Base blockchain, which I absolutely love. Super bullish, guys. I'm not sure I've mentioned this to my community just yet in our Telegram, but we do talk about a lot of these types of coins. I think this is looking great. Low amount of volume at the moment. Might be an all right time to get in. It just had a little bit of a correction, but nevertheless, I think it's looking good. Let's take a look at some other coins here. Broccoli, not interested. A lot of these coins at the moment, not interested. However, I've been seeing this Sally A1C, which I believe is something to do with healthcare, and it's looking extremely bullish at the moment as well. So the thing is, guys, even though the market's getting absolutely smashed, there's always opportunities. This has been coming out over the past week, right? Performing extremely well, and it has seemingly gone viral. So a lot of these health kind of related doctor AI agent things are taking off at the moment. I think there's another one called Omega Health. They're doing extremely well. A lot of people are following this narrative because it actually has practical use cases in the real world, right? So these are things that people might be looking into for the next meta. Have a look at it yourself, guys. I'm not invested in that. as of right now, but it's just an interesting kind of concept to gather at the moment. So Popcat's made a recovery. That's always good to see. Fart coin, some of those old coins coming back. Cookie DAO, we've talked about it. Absolutely love Cookie DAO. It's like a hub for AI agents and index. So you guys can go check out Cookie as well. That's holding up relatively well, guys. I know in the grand scheme of things, it looks like it's gone smashed, but I'm telling you, this graph is very strong for the current market sentiment. So Cookie's looking like a great buy. Anyway, not to keep you guys any longer, I will be ending this video right now. I'll be making more and more and keeping you guys updated with my thoughts and my potential trades, because what a lot of people don't understand is even while the market's going down, guys, there's money to be made. If you can take advantage of your trade opportunities, short the market when need be. You know, I know a lot of people don't want to go short on the market, but if it's the right thing mathematically to do, perhaps it's a decision you want to look into, learn how to trade, take advantage of shorting. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.